In this video, we're going to talk about a sea that literally wears its name on its surface, the Yellow Sea. We're going to uncover the secret behind its unique color, see why it's a crucial highway for wildlife all over the world, and then face the alarming environmental threats it's up against. We'll even wrap up with some facts that might just surprise you. Alright, so let's get right to it. The name Yellow Sea, it's not just some creative, poetic name. There's a very real and pretty powerful reason for it. So, what's the story here? First up, let's get our bearings. You can see it right here on the map. The Yellow Sea is a pretty big arm of the Pacific Ocean, and it's basically tucked right between mainland China and the Korean Peninsula. Now, it covers a huge area, about 380,000 square kilometers, but what's interesting is that it's actually pretty shallow. The deepest it gets is only about 152 meters. The real secret to its color comes down to one key ingredient: silt. Now, what is that? Well, just think of it as super fine sand and mud. And when you get tons of these tiny little particles of rock and soil just floating around in the water, it completely changes the sea's color from blue to this cloudy yellowish brown. So, where does all this silt even come from? Well, the main culprit is one of the world's great rivers, China's Yellow River, or the Huanghe. People sometimes call it the world's muddiest river, and for good reason. Get this, it carries an incredible 1.6 billion tons of sediment down to the sea every single year. It deposits so much of it that it's literally dyeing the sea on a massive scale. But you know, the Yellow Sea's importance goes way beyond just its color. It's also a seriously critical ecological hub. It basically acts as a vital highway for millions and millions of migratory birds. For these birds, the Yellow Sea is like a 5-star service station on a very long road trip. I'm talking about birds like the bar-tailed godwit, which travel thousands of miles between their breeding grounds up in Siberia and their winter homes way down in Australia and New Zealand. The rich mudflats along the coast are the perfect place for them to stop, get some rest, and just load up on food for the next leg of their incredible journey. Unfortunately, this vital ecosystem, this crucial rest stop for these world travelers, is under a really serious threat. So now we've got to turn our attention to the growing crisis of marine litter that's literally choking its waters. So what exactly is marine litter? Well, to put it simply, it's any man-made stuff that's been thrown out or lost and somehow finds its way into the sea. And there's one type of material in particular that's really dominating this problem. Just take a look at this chart of what's floating on the surface. The story becomes grimly clear. Plastic. It makes up a massive 56% of it all. That means for every 2 pieces of trash you see floating out there, at least one of them is plastic. You know, things like foam containers, bags, and bottles just drifting around endlessly. And as bad as that is, the situation on the beaches, it's even worse. Once all that trash washes ashore, plastic accounts for a staggering 67% of all the litter. It's just an overwhelming tide of plastic. And this picture right here perfectly illustrates the hidden danger. As all those larger plastic items break down from the sun and the waves, they form these tiny fragments called microplastics. These little pieces, smaller than 5 millimeters, they get everywhere, into the water, into the sand, and yeah, even into the food chain. The consequences of all this pollution are just widespread and devastating. I mean, ecologically, hundreds of species are harmed by either eating the plastic or getting tangled up in it. Economically, it hurts both fishing and tourism. It's even a navigational hazard for ships. And maybe the most alarming thing, these plastics and the toxins they carry can get into the food chain, which is a potential risk to our own health. Okay, let's shift gears from that heavy topic and explore a more unexpected side of the Yellow Sea, including a rare geological danger and some other fascinating facts. You probably don't think of tsunamis in this area, and you'd mostly be right. They are super rare here. Unlike other parts of the Pacific, the main risk doesn't come from these massive undersea earthquakes. Instead, the danger, while it's small, actually comes from coastal landslides, where huge chunks of rock and soil can slide into the water and create these localized waves. And to wrap up, here are a few final fascinating facts. That yellow color, it isn't just from river silt. It also gets a little help from Gobi Desert sandstorms that blow over the water. Its innermost bay is actually considered a separate sea, the Bohai Sea. And parts of it can get so cold that they completely freeze over in the winter. From its color to its critical role for wildlife, the Yellow Sea is a body of water defined by some really powerful forces, both natural and, well, man-made. All right, That is it for this video, everyone. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next video.